Good morning and welcome to Rita's Roost and the Quilted Chicken Farm. And yeah, we all survived Christmas, didn't we? And I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of glad it's over. And I'll be glad when all these holidays are over and we get into gardening time. January, when the seed catalogs start coming and we start gardening and do other stuff outside maybe. But anyway, this morning I've actually put some stuff in the oven back there for lunch, and I cleaned off my counter. I do everything here in my kitchen. I cleaned off my counter and I went to cutting up some pretty scraps, and I made a little quilt block because I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about that Sampler Quilt Sew-A-Long that we're going to do. Now, I'm not wanting to challenge this too much, so we want to start simple with that thing. So I made a simple block this morning out of my scraps. Now I think it turned out really pretty. And this block, let me come a little closer so you can see those pretty fabrics. And like I said, they're not, the background, the background was scraps too. And these little pieces here that with the pretty flowers and the reds, they were just some scraps. And this block is called the Carrie Nation block. So we're just going to name it after our friend Kerrie from Canada that comes and visits with us in the live chat. This is going to be my Kerrie block. And I don't know if it's going to be in our sampler quilt or not, but I'm going to show you how to do it because it's so easy. It's just kind of a 4-patch. This is a 4-patch. This is a 4-patch. This is a 4-patch. No half square triangles in this one, but it just turned out pretty. And look at these scraps here I've got that'll make another pretty Kerrie block. You only have to look up Carrie Nation though, who the block's named after. But I've got the prettiest pieces that'll just make up so pretty, and we could even change it up and put dark pieces in there, not have so much light. There's just lots of different ways we could do it. And it's taken just little, some of those blocks are some of these little pieces are just 2 inches, so you could use up your little tiniest squares. That little piece right there could be in the quilt too, just like that size right there. Because I think those are 2 inch, and I think these are 3.5 on this block. So there's lots we could do with that. In the pattern I did get from Delaware Quilts is where it come from. If you wanted to try it, just practice on it. I don't know. I'm not going to cut and sew one for you right now. I'll just let you guys work on that on your own. And I take a pencil or a pen, and when I read what they want to cut, I'll kind of mark it. And I wrote a 2 over here, 8 color, 8 background, 2 inch squares. And then there's a 8 background that's 3.5. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 of those little colored ones that go down this way. So you guys can figure that out. Is it showing up? But I'll show you the sampler quilt that I made a couple years ago. This is my sampler quilt. Hold it up here. And I don't know what blocks is going to be in ours yet. And this is a big one. And I don't know what some of those are called. Isn't that pretty? But they've got half square triangles. So if you're a new quilter, we're going to have to teach you how to make them half square triangles. And this one, I think I remember the name of this block. I think this one's called Arkansas Crossroads. And I'm from Arkansas. You guys know that. And this fabric line was Kansas Troubles, which I thought was pretty. Let's see, how many colors in that? 1, 2, 3. I used 4 different colors in this block. And that one only has 3, don't it? The background and those half square triangles. Lots of half square triangles in that one. And they're all 12-inch blocks. Let's see what the next one is. I don't know what that block's called either. Do you guys know? What are we going on? I don't know what that one's called either. Go back the other way. And that's called a pinwheel, but I've had some people say that looked like something else, but that's my pinwheel. And I think, let me hold that one up. I think this one's Dove in the Window. I thought that was a pretty block. And it's got little half square triangles right here. But you guys can do this. What's this one? Oh, this is just that's just a churn dash, a monkey wrench. I don't know exactly. I don't know all my quilt blocks. And let's see, I put a little border. Let's see, I put this border, that border, and that border when I finished this one. Nope, that one, and that one. And I quilted it on my machine. And I like to put pretty colors on the back too. That's the back of mine. I'll hold it up. There's that pinwheel that I don't like. I should have redone that block and put a different one because I don't like it. I don't know. Let's show you some more of them. I think this is that was the Jacob's ladder. And any of these blocks, you can make a bunch of them and make the whole quilt out of just one block. But sometimes I just like the look of the sampler block. I don't know what that one's called either. That looks like, that may be a darting bird, reckon? This one. I think this one's real pretty too. I like that one. And I like that one. Some of them I like better than I like others. And to do this project, you'll need a cutting mat, probably. You don't have to have a cutting mat if you wanted to just cut them out like my grandma used to do. Take a piece of cardboard or something, piece of paper, and mark your pattern and pin it on there and cut it. Our grandmas didn't have all these tools that we use right now. But you'll need your rulers, just whatever size you have that's going to work for you. You need a rotary cutter and the mat, and you'll need a pattern. Just like this little block. I'd put the ruler down there and measure 2 or 3 times to make sure and look at it. If I wanted this one 2 inches, I'd look at it and look at it and look at it. Make sure I got 2 inches, because I've cut them too little before and too big before and had to go back and redo them. And then be real careful. Open up your knife and make sure when you get through with your knife, you close it back, because when that blade is out, that blade is sharp, sharp, sharp. And it'll sure hurt you if you're not careful with it. Let's make it pop back. So always close it up when you're not using it, because you'll lay it down here where you're working, and you'll move your hand, you'll push something around, and if that blade is out, it'll sure get you. So get in the habit of open and close. When you go to lay it down, just push the button wherever your button's at on yours and close it. All right, I think I'm going to cut one more of these, not on the camera, but I think I'm going to cut one more of these and maybe add a little bit more darker color to it somewhere up here. Maybe put a color and a dark one on either side maybe. I'll make it a little bit different colorway. So y'all get ready. We're going to start this. We're going to start this sew-along January the 8th. And I think we'll start at like 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope y'all all come sew along with us, chat with us, laugh with us. If we mess up, we're just going to get another piece of scrap and start over again. Oh, I will show you the fabric that I picked for it. Now, these I'm just playing with. I'll show you mine. I've showed you once already, but I'll show you again. I've splurged And I bought what they call a fat quarter with pieces that I'm going to make all of my sampler blocks out of. Look at these colors. So they're going to be all blended together into a quilt like this one that's all Kansas Troubles, but this one's called Cadence. And if I was a picking for this one, oh, I could pick a blue. Let's see. If I was picking for this one, I could put this one down the center. I could put this one on part of it too. Or look at these blues. These blues would be pretty too. See how they just all go together? It'll be hard to decide which one I want to use first. And I'm not sure if we'll see this block or not, but I'm going to show you how to make it because there's no half square triangles. It's just all little 4 patches. There's a little 4 patch. Here's a couple little 4 patches. And when you put all of them together, you get something pretty. Alright, bye y'all. I've rattled on enough to you this morning. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.